boom, boom. I am talking to Chuck Six. Is it Charlie? What do we call you?
Yeah, Chuck's good. Chuck is good.
Chuck's good. So
Yeah.
we're doing the Chuck. All right. Chuck, have
Hello.
you always wanted to be an artist? When did you get the songwriting bug?
I got the songwriting bug, I think, when I was maybe 10, maybe 10.
Yeah,
I've been playing piano for a couple of years, and I had a teacher who encouraged me to record some stuff on GarageBand.
yeah.
Um, and I started doing that and writing the world's most horrible lyrics, and um, never
No,
really
no,
stopped.
no, 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 no.
Oh, when I
Every
was
every day
10.
I hear the world's most horrible lyrics. Believe me. So
Oh yeah.
maybe they were not really good, but they weren't the worst.
Yeah, maybe you flatter me. Yeah, when I was 10, I reckon I started doing that, and
And
then
how
it
old are you
wasn't.
now? Just so they can work that out.
I'm 26.
Okay, so 16 years ago. So that's a fair while. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. But it probably wasn't until like 10 years ago when I was 15, 16 that I started actually thinking about it seriously and really trying to write music that I thought was genuinely good, that sort of thing. Um, that's when I started properly like arranging and trying to think about, writing music for a band, you know.
All self-taught, or did you do courses and all that sort of stuff?
Songwriting?
No, well, the music and the like, you do your own producing and da 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 da. You're a muso. You've got a few instruments you play, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. So I had some piano lessons when I was young. And then I picked up guitar when I was 12 and was self-taught with a few little um helper lessons from my dad who also played.
Yeah.
And then from there I kind of mainly picked up things. I mean, it's not like it was in a vacuum, My dad was a musician, and
Yeah, yeah,
I was able to look things up and
yeah, yeah,
find
yeah,
out how to record
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah,
Logic and all this stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, in essence,
It's not
yeah,
like once upon a time you had to go to school to learn things. I mean, these days you just Google and AI everything, and it sort of just about pops at your doorstep. So
yeah,
to some degree, ultimately, we could have a different debate about how bona fide one is versus the other and all this sort of stuff. But
yeah,
the fact of the matter is you learnt what you needed to learn. Ultimately, it's your experience that drives you to make changes. So it's
yeah,
not so much your education because, if you're Weird Al, you're doing something a bit different to, everybody else sort of thing. So,
yeah.
that experience, if it works, it works. So you 16 years, when did you start performing live? Did you do a bit of a Bieber thing on online, like with YouTube and all that sort of stuff, or when did you start performing live?
No, I never did the online thing. I was always a little bit nervous about doing that. Started playing live with my first band probably around the same time, kind of at school, like concerts. And then when we were all 18, we started gigging around Sydney, so playing places like the Record Crate, Captain Cook Hotel, Valve Bar, um, places like that, um, in my first band, and that was a lot of fun. That was
It's
a
the
really
best time in
interesting
your
thing.
life, but you won't know until later.
Yeah, pretty much. I look back on it fondly for sure.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, so you write, perform, record, produce, mix. Do you just do that for yourself, or do you do that for other people as well?
I'm branching out a little bit at the moment,
Okay.
so I have always liked to collaborate with people here and there, mainly close friends and stuff. Um, But I've been doing some sessions with people and writing songs on the day and doing a little bit of mixing for a friend of mine recently for one of their songs, which is really cool. I, I wrote a song for um, my best friend's album, if he wants to keep it on there, that is. Um, which
Again, you're really at the start of this process. The music industry is really a lot of collaboration because basically you start somewhere and someone says why not, and then all of a sudden someone sees you more because you got exposed on some support process, or you were added to a band or something or other. There's a whole heap of
yeah,
processes, and if you collaborate, you get there a lot quicker. And sometimes
absolutely.
sometimes look at some of these people that have. Slow music careers, but have written the song for, Taylor Swift, and they're
Mm,
making $1 billion just from the right sort of thing. So,
that's
there's
my
different.
goal.
Well, there's different ways to get there. So I would encourage you to, keep doing collaboration.
Yeah.
Okay, how would you describe your sound?
Well, I suppose it's a little bit psychedelic, or at least I draw from neo-psychedelic influences. Um, I would say it is very uh crunchy and like sun-dried, overcooked maybe. Um, and like it's poppy as well. I draw from pop music, pop music from like the 60s and 90s,
Okay, so influences then,
2000s.
psychedelic sound. Who are the influences that have sort of led you down, or that you look at for a bit of influence? They did this, I'm going to try that sort of thing. What artists are those that you'd sort of say have driven you here?
Well, a an important one, not just sonically, but also like inspirationally, was Kevin Parker of Tame Impala for me.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, I think his production is outstanding, and
sensational.
yeah, and but also discovering that he had done it all on his own.
Yeah,
When I'm first listening to the music and seeing it's a band, and then you go, "Oh, hang on a minute." That was really inspirational for me, and that was really what made me realize that I could then go, "Oh, okay, maybe I'll try that." Hubris, my old friend. Radiohead is another one. The Beatles. I grew up listening to the Beatles. My parents wouldn't stop playing it, and now it's stuck in
they're
my
not the
head all the
only ones
time.
in the world.
No, no, they're far from the only people playing that niche little band. But yeah, I don't know. There's yeah, a bit of Beck. Um, yeah.
Cool, 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 cool. Okay, your latest single, I've been thinking, it's just been released. What's that all about?
Um, that song is about procrastination, actually. Um, it's kind of just about um, you know, I was in a place where I was thinking more about my life than I was actually living it, sort of thing, and sort of planning it out and just going, oh yeah, that'll be cool when that happens, and then not doing it, you know. And you can do that with, you can live that way. You can really just think all the time and not do anything and feel stuck. And then that makes you think even more and worry and all this stuff. And it's kind of just about that, you know?
I think I can't give you these conscious tips, man, because you're 26 and you've got to experience them. But you know,
Mm,
basically everything has a purpose, and so there isn't anything bad or good. There's just things that you think about and good, but they all
mm,
form a purpose because they're like, as the pinball bounces around the machine, you're bouncing around life. And so you're
mm,
drawing, this is good and that's good. So by the time you get to an old man like me, you realize nothing matters. So if nothing matters, I just do the thing that I want to do. So I'm not
yeah.
impeded. So this belief process is really an impediment. You know,
Mm,
just believe. Don't worry about developing a belief. Don't worry about growing. Don't worry about building. Just go out and fucking do your thing and keep on
yeah.
bouncing around from the jigsaw of what happens. So the
Yeah,
procrastination, I would think, like the Beatles, is something that fucking everyone has. So it's a pretty straightforward thing. So it's a song off your new EP, Slipstream, which is
yeah.
coming out.
It's actually out as of yesterday.
Yes, it came out yesterday. So it's not coming out. It came out yesterday. So if
Yeah.
anyone's listening to this, they can go straight to Spotify and start listening to it. Now, what's Slipstream? Slipstream's obviously got I've been thinking. How many other tracks?
So it's there's 5 tracks on the EP. I don't know why I put my hand up.
Because you've got 5 fingers.
Because I got 5 fingers, that's why. Um, we've got Redo, Mad or MAD, and I've Been Thinking, which are all singles. And then on the EP, there's 2 more songs that came out yesterday, and they are called Slipstream and Alone on a Plane.
Okay, and if I was listening to one, if you had, all these people that might be watching this or maybe come to it in 5 years, as one stray YouTube or something or other, if they had to
Mm.
listen to one song off there, which song would you say this is something that represents me best?
It'd be Alone on a Plane.
Alone on a Plane. Is that your favorite to play?
Well, it might not be my favorite to play, but it's my favorite that I've written, and it's my favorite to listen to out of the bunch.
Because of the story, because of the tune, because of why is that?
All of the above. I think it's the one song on there that really feels it really turned out how I imagined it would. And um it like the lyrics came like they were based on a dream that I'd had, and the music felt like it echoed the sentiment of the lyrics really well. And then
Cool.
when I went to do the production, it all just kind of became this really beautiful uniform thing in my mind, and I like it the most. Yeah.
Fantastic. When's the album coming out?
The album.
Yeah, that's right. You're gonna bring an album out at some stage, I figure. So is it
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
2030? Is it going to be 2026? Is it going to be 2028? When do you think you're going to pile an album out for the public?
I am going to work my butt off to get it out next year.
Next year. That's a good objective. Because you can
Yeah.
produce it. If you can produce it, you don't have to worry about going to Forrester and paying the big numbers to sort of
No.
get it done. So just get it done, get it out there, and let the public see more of the stuff. Keep feeding them.
Yeah.
So, are you going to be touring, or what events have you got coming up to expose the EP to everyone?
Well, me and my band are going to be playing um, a show at Wayward's in
Yeah,
Newtown,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, by the Bank Hotel, opening for the Tullamarines.
Yeah, great
Super
band.
cool
Yeah,
band. Um, and it's on the 11th of October.
yeah.
And then we've got South by Southwest in Sydney later that week or the following week, whichever one it is. And we'll be playing a couple of shows as a band there, which will be fun.
Cool.
I think we'll be playing the Lansdowne. They always say it's subject to change, but we'll be playing downstairs at the Lansdowne, Kiev Social. But yeah. And those are the next gigs. I think we're playing one in November as well, in Enmore at the Trocadero Room,
Cool, cool, cool. So
November 1st.
Lansdowne at the end were good room, so you'll enjoy those for sure.
Yeah, should be
Uh,
fun.
Okay, if you could perform with any music artist, alive or dead, who would you choose and why?
Oh, alive or dead?
Well, the dead ones would be alive when you're performing with them,
Well,
obviously.
yeah, true. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Oh gosh, I mean, because all the ones that I would want to see, I would be way too intimidated to perform with, like David Bowie or someone.
You gotta think, man. I've got to try and get across to people this intimidation thing. It's like just like you were talking about procrastination. It's just a head
Mm.
thing. Everything's just
Yeah.
a head thing because it's your life. And
Mm.
so as soon as you think that Taylor Swift's unbelievable because she gives away $50 million, she
Mm.
is. But if you
Mm.
just think it's Taylor Swift and you say, can you pass me the sugar, she'll be that Taylor Swift. Everything that you do
Yeah.
is going to be you driven. So, but
Yeah,
anyhow,
yeah.
who would you? So, who are the people? You know, do you see yourself on the Live Aid stage with Freddie and 500,000 fans, or is it more an intimate thing with you know, or is it more a jump around stage with Airborne, where you know he's spitting water into the air? Who is it?
I think I'd love to perform in a studio with David Bowie as like part of his band.
Yeah, no, that'd be
I
cool.
think I'd like to be the bass player or something.
I think that'd be cool because
Yeah.
basically some of this is about your performance, but really life's about experience. So if you were sitting back watching Bowie perform and you're that close,
Yeah.
that'd be enough for me.
Mm.
Okay, long-term aspirations. What long-term aspirations you still got?
Well, I just want to make a really good first album and then total crap.
10 others. That
Yeah,
are-
10 other total crap albums for the rest of my life.
There you go. What a great, there's nothing worse. In actual fact, when you talk about consciousness, it's all in the nothing, not in the something. So when you say making total crap albums, it's probably not a bad idea because
Yeah.
ultimately, there's nothing hard about making a total crap album. You don't have to really put too much effort into it. So it's going to come
Mm.
out on the date you say it's going to come out. Okay, let's finish off with some quick fire questions, which most people hate, but I love giving them anyway. So, what's the
Sweet.
craziest thing you've ever done?
I jumped out of a window when I was 3 years old, pretending to be Superman, and I broke my arm, and the bone stuck out of my arm.
How high?
Literally first floor, like on
Oh,
the ground level. Ground
oh,
level.
in Sydney?
Actually, it was up the coast somewhere. It was on a little beach holiday with my family at that age, I think.
Well,
Yeah,
Superman. Yeah,
yeah,
we can all think we can fly, but jumping out the window sort of exposes that.
that's right.
What's the one topic you can talk about for hours?
Mixing or art.
Music, art, what sort of art?
Um, I like to talk about all of it. Mainly, I would say, like film, literature, and music. Not so
Okay.
much painting, for
So
example.
when you say film and literature, you're talking about Dickens and all that sort of stuff, or you're talking about what sort of literature you're talking about?
I suppose mainly like I don't know, poetry, um, like I don't know. Like
So
I would like to talk about Heart of Darkness, for example.
yeah, yeah, okay. So you're exploring.
Yeah,
What's the
yeah.
thing you like most about yourself?
That I can write a song.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. That's I suppose that you can write a song that's reasonable because everyone can write a song right now. I can write a song
Yeah.
right now, but
Yeah.
you can write a song that's reasonable. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good talent. Okay,
Mm.
let's finish off with these can be all time or today. So, favorite album?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do it for today, and it's gonna be American Dream by LCD Sound System.
That's a good album. Favorite artist?
Uh, boy. Let's go also for today. Let's go Cameron Winter.
Cameron Winter and Bowie all time, I suppose. Favorite
Yes,
movie?
yeah. Favorite movie?
Yeah.
That is gonna be Apocalypse Now.
Well, that's one out of the bunch. That's 40 years old.
Yeah,
So,
the first cut. I
yeah.
don't need all the extra stuff at the mansion anyway.
I think I saw, we saw Private Ryan and Apocalypse, and we saw some good war movies, and then I think was it A Thin Red Line or something or other came out, so we went to the cinema to watch
Oh,
it, and every 5 minutes I said to my brother, "Can we fucking go? Can we go? Can we?" Went for 3 hours. Fuck, can we go? Fuck,
oh
please, can we
gosh.
go?
Yeah.
It was one of those arty type war movies. It didn't really get to me. Favorite place to visit?
Uh, where my parents live up in Byron Bay.
If only I had parents that lived in Byron Bay. Favorite
Yeah.
favorite venue to play. I could adopt yours. Your parents could invite me up. I could go up there, jump out a
You could make it
window.
work. Yes.
It'd be perfect. Favorite venue to
Make it.
play. Have you played
It's gonna.
many?
Yeah, I've played a few. It's gonna be the Trocadero Room on
Yeah, the
Enmore. I
Trox.
mean, that's yeah. I just like it. It's nice. It's close. It's tight. Got a
Yeah,
great little front area. It's good. Yeah.
yeah, it's a classic, classic. Favorite food.
I'm gonna go with pasta. It's a good vessel for a lot of different things.
Oh, that's pretty straightforward, but yeah. Favorite drink.
Favorite drink? Water.
Pasta and water. You know, do you
No,
have
I
a
don't know. Like,
do you have a
so
partner
yes, I do have a partner.
and they stay while you're eating pasta and drinking water? Anyhow, no, no, no. Sorry, I just
That's right. That's right.
favorite person in history, apart
Favorite
from
person and
apart from me.
oh, that's tough. Um, oh gosh, favorite person in history. I don't know. That's
Well, your
difficult.
dad sounds like someone that you're probably gonna, he taught you how to play the guitar. That's got to be pretty cool.
Yes, he did. That is yeah.
And he's got a place up in Byron. So
He
if it
did.
were me, I'd be saying dad every day of the week. Jeez,
All right, it's dad. Yeah.
that's good. And last question, are you a clean skin or do you have a tattoo?
I actually don't have a tattoo.
What would be your favorite tattoo if you had one?
Well, the first tattoo that I want to get is gonna be like a phase cancel symbol on my hand.
Aha.
And I think that would be cool because it's something that I look at a lot when I'm mixing and making music, and it just feels like it'd be cool on my hand. But I don't know, whenever I've had spare money, I've always spent it on music gear.
Women
So I've
usually a
never.
pretty good thing to spend money on. No, no, no. Chuck.
That's true.
No, I'm only joking. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. They'll take your house later. Just don't give it to them now because they'll take one later. Um, um, Chuck, that's it, man. That's it. That's it. That's it. The,
All
the
right.
the whole interview process is one of sort of just brief discovery. It's
Mm,
food for the audience and all that sort of stuff while they, get to know something a bit about you and it's just like literature and all that sort of stuff. It should be like a 3 hour thing because you
mm.
should get in deep and find out bits and pieces and all that sort of stuff. But people don't
Of
listen to it.
course.
We live in a TikTok society where they want a minute, a minute, a minute. So,
Yeah, it's got to be
but they
quick.
really need 3 hours. It's like that sort of a situation. The whole world needs 3 hours, but they're just
Mm,
after a quick minute. And that's the problem. And that's the whole procrastination thing. You
mm,
procrastinate because you're trying to get it perfect when really you just
mm.
got to put it out there and it'll find it perfection itself.
Yeah.
But you
Don't
never
let the
get it
perfect
out
be
there
the
to
enemy of
find
the good.
perfection. It never gets out there to fucking create. So, and this is good
Yeah.
advice for me because I do the same thing. All right,
No,
that's
I
it, man.
appreciate it. All
That's
right.
it. Now, you know me.
Fantastic.
So anytime you want to, you can contact me.
Yeah, fantastic, mate. I appreciate it.
And I think that, at the end of the day, I can't help but think that, all we are is conscious vessels of harmony. And so
Mm,
if you think from that perspective, there isn't anybody that's bigger or smaller or more important or less important because you're just one part in this jigsaw puzzle, just like they're one part in the jigsaw puzzle. So
absolutely.
we're all the same as,
Couldn't agree more.
harmonic sort of. And as soon as we start to think that we're bigger or smaller, if you think
Mm,
about the jigsaw puzzle, it just doesn't fit.
yeah.
Because you can't put a big piece in that place and the small piece doesn't fit. So
Yeah.
you've got to be the right piece. So find your shape and
Mm.
have your life, man. So thank you very much. That's it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. I
And
appreciate it.
we'll get this up pretty quick. The YouTube might be a week or so, something like that, because I've got to find people to play around with it. But we'll get something up probably in the next day or so as a piece on the site.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. It's been
No
fun.
worries at all. Nice talking to you. Obviously, Em's a mate, a close mate.
Yeah,
She's a superstar. The whole crew there.
she's
So
amazing.
that's what we
Yeah,
do. All right, bud. All the
that's
best.
awesome. All right.
Good luck.
Cheers. Cheers,
Bye.
mate. I appreciate it. Bye.